Welcome back to another episode of Art Talk. This time I have got a very, very special guest on the show. That's right, a special guest. She is a author, a nation builder, and a well-experienced educationist. She has given 35 years of her life to this nation, building up young men and women who would later come out of the education system to serve in various capacities in this nation and abroad. She has got interesting stories to tell. In early part of her teaching career, she was forced to a rural school. And you know what she did? She had to literally guard the questions on the blackboard. Why? Because she didn't have papers, computers like schools do today. So she had to write exam questions on the blackboard. So thinking that at night students would come and spy on the blackboard or the questions, so she had to literally guard the blackboard with the questions till midnight, and in the morning she would be there very early with those questions. So you can imagine she has got very, very interesting stories to tell. Please don't go away, keep watching until the end, and I guarantee you will truly be inspired to the brim. Thank you. Good morning, Matilda, and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning.
Wow. Could you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you. My name is Matilda Sweman Lucas.
Wow.
I am from a small village called Robokum
Okay.
in the South Wasara LLG
Okay.
of Pacific Province.
Yes.
I have 5 children and 5 grandchildren.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Very, very good. Okay. How long have you been teaching? I know you are a teacher.
Thank you. Altogether, I have taught for 35 years.
35 years. Wow.
16 years in primary school,
Okay.
10 years training elementary teachers,
Wow.
and this is my 9th year
Okay.
lecturing at PNGEI.
PNG. So in total, you taught for about for 35 years.
35 years.
So you gave 35 years of your life to the nation.
Absolutely.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Wow. Okay. What are the challenges? Like some of the challenges that you faced in your career as a teacher, generally?
Thank you. Being a teacher has a lot of challenges. Normally, all teachers work in the remote part of the countries, especially. I particularly faced a lot of challenges, but there are some that stood out. I thought a very important part of my experience. I taught in most of the remote schools in my young days.
Okay.
So I have to carry my bags, my children without food because it's too far to carry food,
Wow.
and walk all day to reach school.
Wow.
And the schools that I was posted to have a lot of problems especially with teaching materials. In those days when technology was not around, it was not easy to find extra information to help us to teach. So in most cases, I have to rely on my thinking ability.
I see.
With the little resources that I have, I use my thinking ability, creative ideas to plan and teach the lesson to the children. There's this particular experience that I will never forget, and that is when it comes to end of term.
Yes.
Because we don't have machinery, typewriter or printer.
Yes.
I normally write test questions on the blackboard, where I have to start from one end of the blackboard using the chalk to write all the way across to the other side of the blackboard. So those are the test questions.
So when you ran out of space, what did you do?
And when I run out of space,
yes,
I have to keep the next part of the test for the following day.
Wow.
The funniest part is
after
putting up the test questions, I have to guard the place in the evening.
Wow.
I have to guard the place because in fear of some children might sneak in and spy on the test questions. So, those are kind of...
So, did you have like the door, was it locked or they might peep through the window?
The door is, there's no door and the lock to the classroom.
Okay.
So the door is normally open. So, I have to protect the questions.
I see.
And by guarding it till midnight and making sure that, no one is around the classroom area, so I go to sleep.
Wow. What an interesting experience. So now looking back, to those experiences, what do you think now?
I have come through that time where equipments were not available at that time.
Yes.
And I see a lot of changes where we have computers and laptops and printers that makes work easier for teachers. Compared to the time in my days in the early 80s and the 90s was the time that we really have to commit ourselves into preparing students for their life journey.
Okay. So when you wrote the questions on the blackboard, sometimes these students have difficulty reading teachers' handwriting. So in that kind of situation, what did you do? Like then exam has a fixed time to finish. So our student had difficulty. So how did you cope with that kind of situation?
Normally, when we write on the blackboard, our writings stand out clearly. We print the writing so that children can easily read from the back.
Okay.
And if anyone has difficulty, of course they raise their hands. They know that they will raise their hands to ask the teacher, to ask me, "Excuse me, teacher, I don't read that word." So, I read and go over the questions with all the children.
Okay. Wow.
Before they start answering the questions.
Wow. Wonderful experience. Okay. And now, people say that teachers are nation builders, which I somewhat agree. And so, what is your view? What do you think about that statement?
Absolutely, this is true. Being a teacher, I believe in teachers being the nation builders.
Yes.
Because our current, past, current, and future Prime Minister, the doctors, pilots, the economists, the scientists, the important profession that we have
Yes.
once came out from a classroom, and now we have these human resources who are running the affairs of Papua New Guinea because they were raised in a classroom and they came out from a classroom that was looked after by a teacher. So teachers' responsibility is to challenge and prepare children in their classroom for future.
Yes.
So that is why we have human capacity because of teachers.
That's right.
So I totally agree that teachers are nation builders.
Real
As
nation.
yourself, you came out from a
Oh
classroom.
yeah. I
And you
can't deny
very well remember your teacher and
That's
sitting
right.
under a roof in front of
Yeah.
you. There's a teacher standing.
I can vividly remember almost all the teachers from elementary up to university. So I really appreciate the role that teachers play. So I agree with you that teachers are real nation builders. So we can't deny that. So each one of us, I believe, was taught by a teacher. So anyway, and the next question is since teachers being nation builders, literally going to the forefront, building this nation, educating our future generation, next generation of leaders to lead this nation in various fields. What do you think? Should they be recognized about their unique role and be rewarded accordingly?
Of course, teachers work tirelessly. Of course, there is no recognition. Teachers are working in some parts that normally vehicles don't travel there. In fact, there is no visitation from the education office, from people in Waigani, but they are silently inside a classroom full of children.
Yes.
Sometimes their wallet is empty, but their heart is full of children.
Yes.
And that is how challenging a teacher's role is. Therefore, I think our teachers should be fully rewarded in terms of salary increment. And of course, sending them for further studies. Department can fully sponsor their studies instead of digging out from their own pockets. So I fully recommend that teachers should be fully recommended to be rewarded.
Wow. Well, teachers are nation builders. You have heard her recommendation. Teachers, she has just said, teachers, their wallets may not be full, but their hearts are full of children. And they do a work that is noble, that is very crucial for the development of this nation. Therefore, she recommends, which I agree, that the teachers must be recognized and be rewarded accordingly. Wow. Okay, we will take a quick break. We will come back and talk about a wonderful book that she has written. So please don't go away. Thank you. To pick up a copy and read it. And I guarantee your life will never be the same. Don't be surprised
surprised at my
So you look exactly like me.
I am your clone.
This is unbelievable.
I am here to tell you about
This
the
is so
book.
shocking. Anyway,
Please pick up a copy of this book. This book, okay? And read it.
Simply place an order for a copy of David Gonell's powerful, life-changing, one-of-a-kind book for only $100. Shipping and handling included. WhatsApp 82402335. Or email at maripapublications@gmail.com.
I welcome back. We have just returned from a commercial break. That's right, a commercial break. Now, Matilda, a nation builder, 35 years, best part of her life was given to this nation, building many men and women up to serve this nation. They are literally serving this nation. With the 35 years worth of experience, she finally decided to write a wonderful book. The wonderful book, she has it with her right now. Let me see. Speaking and listening. Listen, think, and talk. This is a wonderful book that she has just published. In this book, I tell you, there are wonderful things there. These are wonderful things which are written in this book. The title of the book is Speaking and Listening. So this book contains 35 years of experience. So I will ask her, how or where did she get the motivation to write this book? Matilda, you wrote a wonderful book. So how did you start it? Or where did the idea come from?
Thank you. What motivated me to write this book is actually I am coming to closer reaching my retirement age, and I thought I should put back something in the system before I leave.
Wow.
With my experiences teaching young children, teaching adults as well, I thought I should write something to leave behind. I have that passion in teaching.
Yes.
So I don't want to just, leave and go without leaving something behind. So I thought I should write some books that I want to live in the classroom,
Yes.
where I was once a classroom teacher. So I started off by writing this book, Speaking and Listening, which is book 1. And this book contains advanced teaching strategies, a lot of new ways of teaching, speaking and listening.
Okay.
Our teachers need to adapt to changes because in this modern world, knowledge, skills and strategies is advancing rapidly. And I thought I should write something in line with the current changes. So our teachers can use this book to teach for the benefit of our children.
Wow. She wrote this wonderful book. As she has said, she's approaching a retirement age. And she thought, why not I put all my experience into writing, leave behind something for the future or for the teachers and the students who are coming to at least make reference to and to learn something from. So she has written a wonderful book. I tell you, not many people write books. So I congratulate you on publishing this wonderful book. You have done a tremendous job and a service to this great nation of Papua New Guinea. So I really congratulate you on publishing this wonderful book. Okay, now tell us about the content of the book. What is it all about?
Thank you. The content of the book is mainly on how to teach speaking and listening.
Okay.
Speaking and listening has 3 different steps.
Okay.
The book contains before listening activities,
Yes.
during listening, and after listening.
Wow.
So we have pre-listening activities, during listening, and after listening, where
Wow.
I failed to do this in my time.
Okay.
And when I came across this information, I thought I should write it in the form of book so
Yes.
our teachers can use these strategies to teach. And in fact, after writing this book, I want to go back and start teaching again
Wow.
because I thought I missed out something. And I want to make up for
Yes.
what I missed out.
Okay.
So writing this book,
It really inspired you.
It's shifting my mind to go back and start teaching in the primary school
Private
again.
school again. But you are now a
Yes.
lecturer at
Yes.
PNG
PNG EI.
Okay,
Yes.
Education Institute, right?
Yes.
Okay. So writing and then like speaking and listening. So there are activities you do before speaking, and then there are activities you do during speaking,
Of course.
and then there are activities you do after listening or during listening, and then maybe after listening
Yes,
as well.
yes, of course.
Wow, what a wonderful book. I have never thought about all this.
Yeah.
We just speak, we just listen without having to, think about all this. So, this is a
Yeah.
good experience, good book. I tell you, with this kind of book, especially in the hands of teachers, and they can be able to understand this, students can be able to teach them speaking and listening skills, so they will listen and learn properly in class.
Yes.
Wow, thank you. Okay, this book you have written, so do you have any plans to write some more books like this?
I have written about 4 books.
4 books, okay.
This is book 1.
Yes.
I have 3 books already written,
Okay.
and I'm planning to publish those 3 books.
Wow.
Book 1 is speaking and listening. It's this one.
Yes.
This is one very important book where we teach our children the rule, the principle
Yes.
in speaking and listening. So as the subtitle states, we teach our children to listen first.
Yes.
Then we allow them to think.
Okay. Wow.
After allowing them to think, we give them the opportunity to speak, to express
Wow.
what takes place in their mind. So this is one very important book I recommend. All schools should have a copy of this book.
Yes.
The
I
second
agree.
book is on the 12 different types of tenses.
Oh,
12
okay.
different types of tenses.
Verb
That's
tenses.
book 2. Yes.
Okay.
And the activities. Book 2.
That's book 2.
3. Yes.
Okay.
Book 3 is on the grammar rules.
Grammar.
All the grammar of English grammar.
Yes.
How to organize
Yes.
sentence structure.
Yes.
It's all in the grammar.
Yes.
That's book 3. And of course, book 4 is on questioning skills.
Questioning. Okay.
Yes, how to
Listening.
ask classroom questions.
Okay.
So
Wow.
these are all in line. And once I have funds, I will. I'm
Publish.
planning to publish all these 3 books this year. I might
Why not?
I might
Why
quit and go next year. So while I'm still around, I want
Yes.
to publish all the books.
Okay. Why not? Why not? Okay. So your targeted readers are mostly primary school students. I mean, these books are there's a targeted group of people, right?
Yes.
So it is also relevant to teachers and policy makers and parents.
Of course. The targeted group of audience
Yes.
or clients,
Yes.
this book is purposely for classroom teachers. Grade 1 all the way up to grade 8.
Okay.
Because the strategies or activities in this book is standard.
Yes.
It's standard. Teachers can amend, modify according to the level of grades that they are teaching. And because it involves critical thinking
Yes.
in speaking and listening, I also recommend this book for grade 9 and 10 as
Okay.
well.
Yes.
So these are the targeted audience in my mind when I start writing this book.
Okay. Wow, this is a wonderful book. This book is highly recommended for students from grade 1 to grade 9, grade 10. Speaking and listening, a wonderful skill, a powerful skill you need to master to learn effectively. So this book is recommended for school students, teachers, and of course parents and others. Please, if you want to place orders, the book is now available. Simply call or WhatsApp the numbers showing on the screen to place your orders. Simply call or WhatsApp the numbers showing on your screen to place orders or order copies of this book. Okay, thank you so much. You have any advice you would like to give to young people out there? Many young people nowadays, and they take life for granted. They're going up and down the streets with boom boxes, drinking so-called firewater, thinking that they have no hopes in life. They have no hope in life. What advice would you like to give to those kind of young people we have in our society?
Thank you. One piece of advice I'd like to leave with our young people is this. Time is very short. Once time passes by, we cannot bring back time. So spend time wisely. Look for something that is beneficial. Do something that can benefit you, benefit your family, and benefit the society. Turn your hobbies into income. Spend time fine-tuning and putting more effort into doing something you like doing, something that you love doing. So I thought I wasted my time. I should have started writing when I was 13.
Wow.
And I feel sort of bit regret that I wasted my time where I have all the strength.
Yes.
My frame of mind was active.
I see.
And I should have made better and good use doing something that I thought I should contribute to the society, to the whole of Papua New Guinea, and to my family as well. So within the remaining time I have, I thought I should write this book. And I encourage every one of you out there to start doing something that is beneficial, something that other people can benefit out of what you do. So we cannot bring time. We have to start doing things as we progress through our life in journey. So start, if you didn't start thinking of doing something, you better start planning what you want to do that will benefit you, your families, and the whole society.
Wow, thank you. Young people, those are golden nuggets. Please don't drop them. She's now saying, I should have started writing when I was 18. You young people out there, you are so fortunate. Please start doing something right now before age catches up with you. And you realize that, wow, you have wasted your time. You could have done, but you didn't. You don't want to regret. If you don't want to regret, well, this is the time. Start doing something now. Why not go down the street, help someone, a neighbor? A door might open up for you. So this is a wonderful advice from a well-experienced Papua New Guinean, a true nation builder, someone who loves this nation to the core of her existence. I can tell you, she loves Papua New Guinea. Why I am saying this? Because she gave 35 years of her life serving and building this nation. So now, as she's approaching her retirement age, she's giving this wonderful advice. Young people, start doing something now, doing something that is beneficial to Papua New Guinea and to your community. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Wish you all the best. Congratulations on publishing this wonderful book. And we would like to have you back on the show again when you publish your next 3 books. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.